I am passionate about adoption because I was conceived by rape. I was adopted into a wonderful family.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. Are you ready to tell them?
I am ready to tell them.
What are you ready to tell them?
We're adopting! My name's Austen Vastine.
My name's Melanie Vastine.
And as you may have just heard, we're adopting.
Yay! Austen, why do you want to adopt?
It's a great question. I want to adopt, first off, because our Savior, Jesus, He adopted me, He adopted you, He adopted all of us into His family. And I am so thankful, and I want to carry that same legacy of love. I want to look more like Jesus. Second is your story that y'all will hear very shortly. Your story and your testimony. Back when we were dating, you always have the conversations. Do you want to have kids? How many kids do you want to have? I always loved the theory and the thought of adoption, but it was never something that I had a deep conviction or feeling about until I heard her testimony. I want to carry the legacy that her parents started. I want this to be something that we do generationally. I want this to be a part of who we are. And so that's why. So Melanie, why are you passionate about adoption?
I am passionate about adoption because I was conceived by rape. I was adopted into a wonderful family, and the circumstances of my conception were pretty horrific. But that has not impacted who Jesus says I am. That has not impacted the purpose of my life, or how good my life has been. So my birth mother was raped. She chose to not only carry the pregnancy, carry me, but she placed me into a wonderful family. My brother has a very similar testimony, and my parents started the legacy of adoption by taking in me and my brother and loving us as their own. And so I've known from a very young age that I was adopted. I learned at a young age what my conception story was. And when I was in 7th grade, that's when I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior and fully understood the revelation that Austen shared of how we are adopted as sons and daughters into Christ's family. And I always knew that I wanted to adopt from when I was a little girl. We are adopting with Lifeline Children's Services, and we are part of their domestic infant adoption program. One of the most beautiful things about Lifeline is they are first and foremost a birth mom focused ministry. As believers and our convictions, we're pro-life in every sense of the word. We want to support the birth mom before birth and after birth and for the rest of her life. And so they're focused on supporting that birth mom, like I said, before, during, after. And so we will walk alongside our baby's birth mom for the rest of our lives as much as she wants to be involved.
Yeah.
And so that would be a full open adoption in the same way that I had an open adoption, my brother had an open adoption. And studies show that that is truly the best thing for all parties involved.
Yeah. We're excited. And plus, icing on the cake is they're partnered with our church, Mercy Culture. Mm-hmm. So we're thankful for that.
Yeah. So where we're at in the process now is we are in the home study process. We expect to be home study approved by the end of this year. And in the process, not only you'll see more as we, put out more videos and more testimony and more updates on the process. So we are looking to raise $60,000. There's a lot that goes into adoption. It's very likely with this program that we'll be adopting outside of Texas. And so there are different fees that are associated with out-of-state adoptions. And so different fees that we're looking at are agency fees, legal fees, travel fees, healthcare fees for the birth mother. And so we truly believe that because the Lord brought us to this, He will find a way to provide for it. And so we are looking for your support, not only financially, but in prayer.
Yes.
We definitely need your prayers. This is a long process. We are obviously very acquainted with adoption, with my testimony. Austen's family has a legacy of spiritual adoption. And so we would love for your partnership with prayer as we walk through this.
So the reason why we're adopting now is we feel like, first off, the Lord just opened up all the doors, and we're operating in obedience. But when this all started last year, we had a miscarriage. Our child is now with Jesus in heaven. And throughout the season of us operating and moving through that, God's grace and mercy and love has been amazing, helping us walk through that. We never wanted adoption to be something that would fix something. We wanted our hearts to be open and excited for this opportunity and this time. And so it wasn't until a few months back that the Lord started speaking to my heart with feeling his excitement, ready for us to move forward in adoption. And so talking with my wife and asking her, she definitely was not in the same place yet. And so over her time in prayer, God really spoke.
Yeah. Austen had been asking earlier this year, can you start praying about adoption? And I said, okay, I will start praying about it, but I did not feel ready. It was actually at a conference at our church that it was our 1-year anniversary of the miscarriage. And I was not open to the idea of moving on yet. I was still living out of that pain. And when asked if we were going to adopt, I did not want to adopt out of a place of pain. As someone who was adopted, it doesn't fix a wound in a mom. And so I wanted to adopt out of, like Austen said, excitement, out of obedience, out of the Lord saying it's time. And so on that day, on the 1-year anniversary of our miscarriage, I was sitting at that conference and the Lord played my testimony in front of me like a movie reel. I saw my conception, I saw my birth, I saw my adoption, I saw my life, I saw my Savior saving me in 2007, I saw my marriage, I saw our infertility journey, I saw all of it. And he told me, you're ready. It is time for you to pursue adoption. I want you to begin your family in this way. And so I let Austen know that evening, I think I'm ready to start this process. And he said, that's awesome. I'm ready too. I think that it's God's will for our family. And so the next day, we're at Mercy Culture at church, and they announce a partnership with Lifeline. Like, what confirmation that was, that the night before, when we chose to adopt, the next morning, they announced this partnership. And so from then on, it has been open door after open door after open door. We have had people partner with us. Our caseworker is amazing. The agency's been amazing. The support we've received has been amazing. And we are just so excited to be in this process. And we're rushing through it because we are ready to start our family.
So there are a few different ways that y'all can partner with us financially. We have a Give, Send, Go page where y'all can donate. And we also have a few upcoming events that we're going to be doing as well. Keep an eye out for those. God bless y'all.
May his goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your life.